Now let's go over the link building and Google Stack services that I recommend. So after you have created all your local citation, hyperlocal citation and press release, I suggest starting with the services offered by Semantic Links, which are very powerful and effective. So the first service I recommend you to purchase is the ID page service, which is available for just $59. Typically, services like this are sold for hundreds of dollars. So let me explain you now how the service works and why the service is so effective. So number one, creation of a unique identifier. The service creates a dedicated page with a unique resource identifier that is linked to your Google business profile and helps feed structured data into the semantic web. Number two, this service improves search visibility by adding branded assets, citations, and business information to this page. Google picks up the embedded data, which boosts your entity's trustworthiness and SEO. Number three, enhance local knowledge graph. The ID page helps build and validate your business in Google's knowledge graph, which is crucial for local rankings and overall brand credibility. The branded entity asset service creates a strong online presence for your business by building and optimizing a network of branded profiles across various platforms. It includes 15 Web 2.0 sites, a Google Sites page, an ID page for entity validation, and a batch geomap for local relevance and a press advantage organization page for credibility. All the assets are interlinked to help Google recognize and rank your Google business profile higher in local search results. So the price for this service is usually all the other companies are selling this type of services for at least $499 to $599. Niche relevant blog links. For this type of service, Semantic Links will provide you with high quality link building by offering up to 3 links per blog post, a money site URL, and a Google Business Map embed. So all link sources have a trust flow of 10 plus and are relevant to your business niche, ensuring strong authority and clean link profiles. The turnaround time is usually 10 days. So as you can see here, one link, $40, 5 link for just $190, and 10 links for just $350. These links are super powerful. Usually when you purchase this link from other companies, you will pay on average $100 to $150 per link. The geo niche edits. This type of links are basically serving as a link insertion services. You will basically place links into existing posts or local blogs with backlinks from geographically relevant sources like local government, media, and businesses. This type of links boost geo-relevance and improve rankings for local search queries. This type of link building is ideal for linking to branded assets like, for example, ID pages, batch geomaps, and cloud pages. The turnaround time is 5 days. One link will cost you $20. 5 links will cost you $95 only. And for 10 links, you will pay just $180, okay? This is another amazing service offered by Semantic Links. Geographic links. So this type of links are great to boost your geographic and local relevance within your Google business profile and website. You will get relevant links from blog sources that are analyzed for high trust flow, TF 10+, and topical trust flow, TTF, ensuring that each link come from relevant blog categories. You will get 3 links per post. Each post include, 3 links. 1 to the money site URL, 1 to a Google site or an ID page, and a Google Business Map embed. Number 3, of course, high quality links. These links are clean from relevant sources and come with a 10-day turnaround time. So let me show you the cost. one link will cost you $40, 5 links will cost you $190, and for 10 links you will just pay $350. So usually each of these links, when purchased from other sites, other providers, will cost you not less than $150 each link. Batch Geo Map Stack Services. This service is developed to push your Google Business Profile ranking and proximity in the local tree pack. So for just $99, you will get a premium custom map using CID linking strategy with co-occurrence and co-citation, a Google Cloud link which serves as a DR91, 100 Google My Map citations, and 2 niche link insertions in blog post on topic clustered sites. For the best optimization and results, additionally, the Google Business Profile Map is embedded into the project ID page. Let me now discuss with you the niche edits link insertion services by Semantic Links. Okay, these links are very powerful, are highly targeted to a specific topics, and signal to Google that your website is a trusted authority in that niche. So unlike other link providers, these niche edits links are built with the topical relevance matching at the referring page and the referring domain level. They are designed to support and reinforce your website overall SEO strategy. You can purchase one link for just $20. You can purchase 5 links for just $95. And then you can purchase 10 links for just $180. So usually when you purchase similar links from another service provider, you will pay an average of $100 to $120 for this type of links. Local citations. So now we are going to use Google Colab and a couple of scripts I created to find citation opportunities. So first of all, I will show you how to use one of the scripts. You can simply copy and paste the entire script into Google Collaboration. So no worry, you will find all the links in the video resources. So in the first script, you can go to Google Colab, to collab.google.com, click on new notebook, okay? And then once you are into the notebook, new notebook dashboard, you can simply wait until the page is loaded. Sometimes it shows as a blank page, so you can simply refresh the page a couple of times. And as you can see here, you are. So in the code lines, you can enter the commands provided in the resources. So for the first line of the code, you can simply paste the first part of the script, which is called the code block 1 from the document. So be sure that once you have pasted it, the cursor is on the last letter right here. So if it's here, for example, you need to be sure that the cursor remains always next to the last letter right here, okay? So next, you simply need to hover the mouse over the separator line and then click on plus code. And in the second part, where the keywords are, you can enter the command found in the resources. Once again, here you can simply replace the keywords from this example with your preferred ones, or you can leave certain comments as they are. So for example, if you are looking for general directories for chiropractors, you can leave as a broader indication chiropractor business directory, or submit chiropractor listing, okay? So if you want something more hyperlocal, you can insert the keyword and the location here. So you can keep the command as chiropractor directory of Miami, or for example, register chiropractor business Miami, and so on. And be sure that once you have modified the script, all the spaces and punctuation and symbols exactly remain as I have included, okay? In the third command, you will need to specify how many links we want Google to return by importing directly from Google search results. And in the final part, you will need to insert the last command. So make sure that each time you copy paste the text, you reposition the cursor, for example, here, okay? You reposition the cursor next to the last part of the text, okay? So once you have entered everything, you can simply scroll up to the top, click on the runtime menu, and then click run all, okay? You will get all the relevant local citation opportunity based on the given keywords, the given keyword, which is chiropractor, and the location, which is Miami, okay, for this specific case. Boom, we got all the different local citation opportunities here. Local citation opportunities method 2. So let's take a closer look at which citation sites or web directories our competitors have registered their details on. So we will now identify any citation opportunities and find new local citations that your competitors are using, but you are not. So in the first part of the script, you can simply copy and paste the command just like the other example I show you in the previous video. In the second part, which deals with the keywords, you will need to break down the competitor's NAP details, name, address, and phone number. This means entering the full company name in quotes, followed by a comma, and then the rest of the address, exactly as I did. So be sure that once again, once you have copy and paste here the full part of the script, be sure that the cursor is always next to the last part of the code, okay? So for example, if you find it here, once you have copy and paste the code, be sure that the cursor will return here, okay? In the next section, we need to define the number of links, which I always recommend going for a number that is between 50 to 200. And once you have added the last part of the script, all you need to do is go to runtime here, click run all, and this script will generate all 100 link opportunities listing the top 100 sites containing your competitors' NAP details. So what you can do here, you can simply take this list of URL, compare it with another competitor, and then comparing all the three lists, for example, competitor number 1, number 2, and number 3, create a URL list for each competitor, input them into ChatGPT, and use the prompt I provide in the resources to compare these three different URL lists with your own. So this will help you, of course, to identify local citations and link building opportunities. Now let's dive into how to submit an order for a local PR using the Local Crash press release service. Okay, you can add to gmbcrash.com/product/localcrash PR. You can simply find this service listed under the marketplace. And this is a very powerful local PR service available for $169, and you will get 450 live links, which is an amazing deal. So this deal is suitable for all the businesses that need an English language press release, and it works in any country or region. So let's have a look now at the steps to complete the order. Okay, here you need to enter your report email. This is where the first draft of the PR will be sent. You can approve or request request edits, and once approved, it will be submitted to 450 live sites. Okay. So competitors URL, you simply need to insert 3 main competitor URLs so that the GMB Crush team can conduct a more precise competitive analysis on your competitors. Okay. Company bio, you need to provide all the relevant company details and information you'd like to include into the press release. PR focus, this is the section where you will need to describe your main topic of the PR, unique characteristics or attributes of your company / brand, its products, services that you feel would be newsworthy. Okay, so super important. Who is your target audience? Here you can use ChatGPT to identify the best target audience for your PR. I will also include some links to helpful prompts in the description of this video. Next, why is your product service better than your competitors? Okay, so here you can also ask ChatGPT for ideas on how to present this information based on your specific details. Point number 7, you will need to specify the format that you prefer. So if you prefer a British or an American format for the PR. Number 8, business owner name. It's best to list the business owner here, as including their details adds to the trustworthiness of the business. Okay, business mail, you can use a generic business email such as office @ or info @. Website address, here you should provide the homepage URL of your website or of your client's website. Primary keyword, include the most relevant keyword for your business. Secondary keyword, you should add a variation here of the primary business keyword. Company name, company address, state and city. Be sure that all of these 3 are fully reflecting the NAP details of the GBP profile. Phone number as well. Include your business logo, company URL image, so you can go to your website and then you can simply add to the image, and then you can click copy image address of your logo. Then you can return to this section and then you can simply copy paste it like this. Okay, GMB share URL link. Google My Business website URL is not longer available. Instead, you can link here any Google site or any Google property link / websites that you have already built to support your brand assets. Here, as you can see, this field is not longer mandatory, so you can either leave it empty or you can include any Google property URL, any Google website URL that you have already built in support to your main entity assets of properties here. Okay, so GMB driving directions, I will show you now in the next part of the video how you can build specific driving directions from any prominent location nearby your primary business location. GMB post URL, I will also show you how to obtain this in the following steps. Anchor text, you can either leave this section to us by clicking GMB Crush, or you can specify it if you already have a clear idea of what it should be. Okay, final step, once all the fields are completed, you can click to add the PR to the cart, and then you will receive it within a few days, the first draft, and once approved, it will go live. So let me show you now how you can create a GMB share URL, a GMB driving direction URL, and a GMB post share URL. Let me show you now how to obtain a Google Maps share URL, a GMB post share URL, and a GMB driving direction share URL. So for the Google Business Profile listing share URL, you simply go to google.com/maps, type your brand name here in Google Maps search, and then click to share, copy the link. You can then return here to the GMB share URL link field and simply copy paste the URL here, okay? Let me show you now how you can get the GMB post share URL. You can then scroll down, click on the first GMB post, click the share button, copy the link, and paste the URL link here, okay? I will show you now how to get a GMB driving direction. You can go on google.com/maps, insert here your primary business location, which in this case is Bangkok. Then click directions, location, your Google Business Profile primary location, and then you can simply click copy link here, return to the GMB Crash Local Crash PR order page, and paste the link here. Once you have filled out all the fields, remember to always specify the anchor test section, okay? So if you're not sure about this part, as I say, you can opt to leave the choice to us, and the GMB Crash team will be taking care of. After that, click add to cart, and once the order is confirmed, you will be notified of the purchase via email. Within a couple of days, you will also receive the first draft of the PR in a Google document from our team, which you can review, approve, or request changes. So once approved, the PR will go live with 450 live links pointing directly to your website and Google Business Profile, okay? So as I say, all the traffic will be flooding into your Google Business Profile share URL, your Google Business Post share URL, and the GMB driving direction share URL, which will boost engagement signals for your primary location. So basically here, the idea is to generate the traffic from the PR that will come from a branded entity asset directly associated with your business primary location, driving more engagement to both your website and your Google Business Profile. This consistent traffic and interaction will help to increase rankings in the local tree pack thanks to direct traffic and engagement signals sent to Google.
Hello everyone. So what we're going to do today is we're going to speak about CTR manipulation and its factoring into local search for SEO. I've put together a document here, and I've also have my choice of CTR manipulation tool, which is Agency Assassin. And I'll go through the explanations of how CTR works the most effectively. And basically, there's not a lot to as far as setting up a campaign in Agency Assassin, because unlike some other CTR boosters, this software takes care of all of your proxies for you. It takes care of all the captchas for you. So it's more of a set and forget type of tool, but there is some elements to CTR that you should be aware of so you don't bomb your listings right off, and also so that you are very well informed on how CTR really operates the most effectively. Okay, so I just want to go into some common debunking, some common myths about CTR manipulation first. I hope everybody can see this clearly. So, debunking common myths about CTR manipulation. Myth 1, CTR manipulation leads to penalties. That's just simply not true. Many believe that CTR click-through rate manipulation results in penalties from search engine, but it's really not the factor. As long as methods are used ethical and avoid deceptive practices, website owners can safely optimize their CTR without fear of penalties. And what this basically is saying is, if you're not using this in a vindictive, I don't want to say manipulative way, because we are manipulating the search engines, but in a vindictive, evil sort of way to go after competitors in a negative SEO form and trying to drive just bogus clicks to their listings to bury them. And generally, that only works temporarily anyway. So if that's something you're doing or something you really were looking for CTR use out of, I suggest not, because it's really not that effective. In the long term, you're going to end up probably helping them. It might be short term harmful to your competitor, but long term better. Now, again, I don't practice that type of business, so I don't know. Maybe there is a way to harm more long term, but again, that's not something I suggest or do. It's just not very ethical, as we say. Myth two, CTR manipulation is unethical. Well, maybe to Google, but not to you, and as long as you're not using it to your competitors. That pretty much sums that up. So the other part is CTR manipulation guarantees top rankings. CTR manipulation can help improve rankings. There's no one set it all tool. You're not going to just put a listing in and boom, there you go. You beat all your competitors. Or you're not going to do one SEO hack and boom, there you go. You beat all your competitors. So it's not a set one all tool. It works great alongside other SEO factors, which, user engagement is always a big factor. Your content relevance, the quality overall of what you're doing. The best businesses that work the most effective with CTR manipulation with a tool like Agency Assassin, believe it or not, are the most white hat SEO companies that do everything clean by the book. They verify and check all their content. Everything's done. The structures of their websites are nice and smooth. This is going to be the most beneficial type of company for CTR manipulation. If you're a lead gen guy that's just slapping up, kind of corny website pages, do a little bit more. It's going to only benefit you for local SEO and definitely for CTR. Now, CTR will work with just about any sort of listing, but with Agency Assassin, that is. But there is definitely some advantages and benefits if you're doing things the right way in other SEO, okay? Other forms of SEO. All right, so it doesn't guarantee you top rankings. Like I just mentioned, it's going to take other variances to get you up there. A well-rounded SEO strategy is always best in play. So my conclusion on this, as I got this all written up, manipulation is a powerful tool that can greatly enhance a website's click-through rates, search maps, click-through visibilities. Should have put search map search visibility by using strategies like optimizing meta descriptions, purchasing targeted SERP traffic, creating and enhancing titles, improving URL structures, incorporating rich snippets. Website owners can boost their CTR attractive, more organic traffic naturally. That's not manipulation to me, guys. That's more of a it is manipulating. It's just really optimizing. I would like to call that word, really. So you're doing different things to enhance people to click through to your site, to your listing on organic search. You're going to do that by having the good titles, a nice looking URL. That's why when you've ever ran Google Ads, you can shorten your URL to, you may have something that's, let's say you're selling um, a thin thread sewing machine, and that's how you have it listed with your URL. You could just put sewing machine, in Google Ads and shorten it and things of that nature. So that's improving URL structures overall. Should be improved on the website though. Improving your rich snippets. Those are always easy click through bait on search organically. And your titles and your meta descriptions and things of that sort are going to be what shows up as well. So just make those attractive. You want people to click on those, okay? And then nowadays we have, with all the AI, why I just actually totally reverted that. All the AI stuff you have going on with search, you'll see on tools even like that I have on Copilot over here. I could bring something up, and it's so cool that I've got so many reference points from websites of content I've done that Copilot's stealing the factual information from. So that's, again, something to keep in mind. All right. So purchasing SERP traffic is one way to drive extra clicks and visits to the site, improve CTR, signals engines. I get asked this kind of stuff a lot. Can't we just run some ads and get some more clicks to the site? Absolutely. Used to fight with some SEOs over this on how Google Ads did not help SEO. I mean, how not? If someone's running Google Ads, clicking on terms that they're searching for, getting to pages that you want to rank, and then clicking through those pages, it's obviously a benefit to SEO and has been for quite a long time. Not sure why anybody would have argued that, but I've had that battle in the SEO community before. I think people are really starting to catch on as CTR has been blasted out there in the SEO world. All right. Now, the rest of these are just FAQs. I'll share this document with everybody into the video. This is more so for website CTR and doing things to improve your own CTR. This really isn't speaking so much on the language of using a tool like Agency Assassin. Now, what I'm going to show you in Agency Assassin is a little bit special. I'm bringing up one of the many accounts I have in here. These are all for listings I own, so no fear here. We're going to go through this right here, and I'm just going to kind of scroll around here, and I'm going to go to a carpet cleaner listing. Reason I go into this listing because this is a veteran listing. It's been in there a long time, quite a lengthy time. Now, the longer you're running CTR with a tool like Agency Assassin, the absolute better you're going to get. Better and better and better over time. Reason being is you're constantly adding clicks to your web listing. The more clicks you have, the more natural traffic you have. Real traffic works great with emulated traffic. And that's exactly what a CTR tool like Agency Assassin is. It is an emulated traffic tool. Somewhat on the black hat, I like to say it's more of a gray hat tool. The reason why is these are actual mobile proxies, mobile cell phone proxies being used within data centers within the closest region we can get to your areas. And these are driving actual clicks from those proxies, just like a mobile phone going to, this is in Columbia, South Carolina, and searching for floor cleaning, disinfectant services, commercial floor cleaning, and bringing up a listing like this, okay? So this listing has done tremendously well for quite a long time. These are no bogus rankings. These are in Columbia, South Carolina, very good area. They do have competition, but they don't really compete with anybody but, their own other listings with me. So right now we have area rug cleaning, number one, area rug cleaning near me, carpet cleaner. All these are number one, as you see. I won't go through them one by one. This one's number 7, but it's actually, we're trying to go into a different area, Lexington. Disinfectant services is something they were only offering during COVID, and I've been told to take it off, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it on. My partners don't want it, but I like, hey, we're ranking. Let's still drive some clicks for it. Now, going down through here, you can see how the tool shows you different improvements and rankings or non-improvements, as disinfectant services is literally a service that we're not offering with the website or doing any blogs or anything about. Therefore, for me, it was a good test. Since we stopped writing about it since COVID, I wanted to see what happens with just running CTR, and it's going down slightly, but that doesn't mean that, it's because of the CTR. It's really more a fact that we're just not offering it anymore, and Google's catching on now. All right, hardwood floor cleaning, upholstery cleaning, all these, as you see. I just want to show you how these go into factors of showing where they're ranking and how they're moving up. Very well done. This one is Lexington, carpet cleaning Lexington. It's moved up 2.5. I mean, this listing is just obviously gold, okay? And you can see they are a good company. 433 reviews. That all matters, guys. And I'm going to go into a brand new listing. This is why I'm using this particular account. I want to show you the differentials. As you see, my name's in there. Hey, and that actually is a brand new listing, guys. Let's see. We have, you see another one, 1.3 average placement. When you look at something like this, 21 out of 34 down, it's really not down. You're talking, it could be a decimal point. So don't pay attention to that. As you see, I've got all 34 of these keywords in the top 5, and my average placement is 1. So we're pretty much just stomping everybody. All right, Tampa Surf and Grass is one that's new and really needs work. Website's a little brutal, and there's a lot going on that I don't care for. So let's go in. I believe that's the newest I have. Orange Cap Flooring is very new too. So just some different ones. Align Roofing, another new one. All right. So with Align Roofing, this guy's come to me with nothing really done too much on the website wise and partnered up with me. So we're trying to get into the website and do some work now. Okay. But you're going to go through here, and he's got what I want to show you on this one, since it's a new listing. He's got mostly branded keywords in here. With brand new listings, brand new CTR strategies on tools like Agency Assassin, you absolutely do not want to go into this blinded. You have to have some sort of strategy at play. I put together a nice thing here, and I'll share it with everybody, that shows a percentage of how much I think you should do within your first couple weeks of branded keywords, of localized keywords, of your main keywords, etc. Okay, so as you go through here, I'm going to show you Albuquerque roof replacement, Albuquerque roofers, Albuquerque roofing. These are all his main keywords. Aligned roofing and construction is his brand name. So we put them in as well. Well, Jay, you have all the keywords in there. That's correct. And this is also a branded one. So I'm going to show you how Agency Assassin has allowed us to determine a certain amount of searches for each type of keyword. Okay. So here we go. Go into here. All these tools are something, if you are signed up with this tool, someone like me or from their team can help you. I'm not an owner or anything of this software. I just use it. So, but I do help people and set up accounts, and I've got things where I help manage accounts, etc. Okay. So we have all this in here, and here's our money primaries. I'll put in here. And again, this is a new listing, guys. Very, very new. So for him to have these kind of rankings in a very popular area like Albuquerque, New Mexico, is pretty much kick butt. And if you are doing a client or yourself in that area, and you're, going to be a competitor of ours, I feel sorry. We'll be right there neck to neck with you. If you do what we tell you, we'll just compete with each other, and hey, there's enough to go around, right? Anyway, okay. So how I want to show you here is, well, how is this broken down? You're going to see money keywords are at 4 actions a day, branded are at 10, localized at 2, very small amount. And I have more money keywords and branded than anything, and just one less localized. So these two are the same. Our branded, the reason why it's a new listing. So our branded's important. Here's my branded keywords I have. I've used the actual search query URL, and all these extra, variances. Aligned roofing and construction, aligned roofing and construction LLC, and then the actual domain names, without the HTTPS and the www and with it. And I could even go further and put that out of there and just put the www, that kind of thing. So, and I actually will do that, guys, just since I'm on here, and notice it's not done. So let's see, aligned roofing. You want to be careful to avoid any typos or anything like that, obviously, because it's not going to help you any. All right. So again, I'm putting more emphasis on branded keywords. So if you start any type of CTR manipulation with any tools, you should always do your branded stuff very heavily first, and then come back and adjust it over several weeks' time. Okay. Now I'm going to go into something very briefly, and it's kind of a spy thing here. I don't think I should really be showing all this, but it's going to redirect, guys, because I'm not logged in, unfortunately. Let's see if I can log in. And I'm only wanting to do this real quick for you to show you a bit about what I'm doing here with the strategy that we have. So quick sneak peek here. This is actually a semi-small course that I've done, but I'm not really here to offer this to anybody or anything right now. I'm actually adding to it. But here's what I wanted to show you. I'm giving you this peek here, CTR strategy as far as how you're going to distribute these keywords. This will be shared amongst the GMB Crush community. All right, so weeks 1 through 4, 70 to 80% branded. You can see here. Weeks 1 through 4, 5 to 10% money, 5 to 10% local, and 5 to percent long tail, maybe 1 to 2% competitor. Now, you can variate this a little bit on all these here. I'm not really like exact science as far as the exact numbers, but I do want to try to at least keep my branded up to around 70% minimum, okay, on weeks 1 through 4. That's how much CTR you want to drive toward those type of keywords. Weeks 4 through 8, you can decrease this, but you still want to focus on branded. Branded search terms are good for your SEO locally. 40 to 50%. 10 to 20% money, 20% localized, 10 to 20% long tail, and I always throw in a couple competitors with my CTR. Not always, generally. So I'm going to go into adding more to this. Guys, you can always pump these to 20 and see how they do too. So that's why I have 10 to 20 localized. I went ahead and put 20. All right. So I'll just variate those, but still try to keep your branded around a 40% minimum, weeks 4 through 8. I didn't go into a week 8 through 12 because from there you have the right to kind of play with adjusting things. Lower your branded slightly, upper your money slightly, but regardless, you're still should keep this on a slightly higher tatum than the rest of these. Okay, so even after 8 weeks, you might jump this down another 10% or so and add 10% to these, but try to keep it there. Regardless, since you are breaking it down into a section of competitors, really doesn't count, so we won't count them. You know, there always should only be a very, very minuscule amount of your CTR searches that you're doing. So we would break it down into 4s. So let's say, you know, weeks 8 beyond, you got 4 here. You could 25% of each across the board would work probably. Do 30% branded, 20 money, 20 here, and 10 long tail. Things like that. You can play with the numbers, a little bit variation. But I try to stick pretty strict to my philosophy as far as going through my CTR keyword distribution as far as the amount I'm putting into each. All right. If you're using a tool like Agency Assassin, they make it very easy because they do allow you to break things down right here. And again, when you're breaking these down into each keyword type of category, down here will be the number of searches and actions you're doing. So at 4 here, I'm doing exact those kind of numbers. 10 here, you want to go up and do the math, take all your keywords and figure out your exact percentages. You can, but I'm more of just a slider guy here on these scrolls. My brandeds are at 10, my primaries at 4, my localized are at 2. I don't have any long tails in here, probably because my localized are covering that, but we could do that if we want. And you are, again, able to add categories. So this is something you wanted to do, competitor on, you can. All right. I hope that sums up a lot of what we're trying to accomplish here. Now, something I want to mention about CTR again is the reason being that you want to really work with branded stuff in the beginning too is all about real search. If you're a new company, people aren't going to be clicking on your listing. Let's say you're an AC company, air conditioning. People aren't going to click on your listing by finding air conditioning in Atlanta, Georgia. If that's where you're servicing and you're brand new, they're just not going to find you. So it's not natural for them to start having clicks and Google to start seeing clicks from a money keyword like that. So how do you get real traffic from these type of keywords before you start applying CTR? Well, the number one way still today for me is reviews. Reviews bring in a lot of extra traffic. Photos bring in a lot of extra traffic. These are some of the optimization things that you can do, and GMB Crush is absolutely beautiful as far as helping you optimize your listing into sort of a perfected way to gain some more natural traffic. Doing some natural CTR manipulation to get clicks on your listings and things like that too, even if you're 3 or 4, pages deep on the maps, you still could get somebody scrolling through and see something attractive you wrote on a post, your questions and answers, your reviews. These are all natural traffic tools, okay? All these optimization tips will help you get real traffic. The more real traffic you have, the better your CTR works. So it will really start kicking in, because what you're doing here is you're trickling in slowly natural looking traffic that's emulated from mobile phone proxies. So it looks real to Google, but it's just adding a little bit of sauce to all that other natural real search that you do have going on. So that's when it works the best, guys. That's why I tell people give reviews, optimize your listing, do all these things. And then we're going to go ahead in the beginning with a CTR manipulation tool like Agency Assassin. And we're going to want branded terms, because if you are a new company and you're giving out a business card, you're giving out, your name to people, when they go to search, they're going to search your name. They're going to find you. They're going to click on you. So that's a natural way for them to find you and get traffic. So the CTR in the beginning should be exactly that, like a natural thing being done. You handed a business card out, someone searched your brand name, someone typed in www.jimjoebob.com, and boom, there you were. Wow, this guy's great. Da da da. Let me put him down. you know, Later on, they're going to come back to you and, hopefully give you business. But that's besides the point. It's a natural search way, a natural way to think about how search is being done from the customer side, from your side of how your site will show up, how your map listing will show up. This tool here, Agency Assassin, is solely for your Google map listing. So for your Google business profile, this tool will work beautiful alongside optimization tips and tools like GMB Crush or any other natural things you're doing to bring in traffic. Those who run small ad campaigns and do CTR usually have a beautiful combination as well. Okay. I hope that helps you on some of what CTR is about. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to GMB Crush Crew, and I'll be glad to revert any answers, any documentations, and things of that nature to help everyone in this community. Thank you much, and bless you all.
Okay, everyone. So this is probably my favorite lesson that I'm going to provide to you. And this lesson I am going to go back over a few times as well. As far as every lesson, I just want to reiterate, I'm going to do a plan A and at least a plan B, probably plan C, continuously updating. This one for reviews and CTR for me is kind of ever changing, but we are utilizing Agency Assassin to do a lot of automated CTR for us. And this will be my favorite lesson because it does break down exactly what we're doing here to get these rankings. So everything else we've taught you up to this moment, very important. The CTR, I feel like, is critical. USA and Canada-based people using Agency Assassin should be doing quite well. You're always welcome to jump in with me and go through specifically Agency Assassin if you like on your hour coaching calls as well. Anyway, and a background on Agency Assassin, CTR software for local maps created by developers who were SEOs a long time ago and went into it and tested different ways to automate it for all your proxies, captures, everything's all built in. So it's made specifically for agencies, sort of a set and forget tool, but they are constantly upgrading and adding new features to it. Personally, I think it works excellent as long as you're using it somewhat properly and understanding exactly what CTR is and how it can benefit you. You don't want to just throw a bunch of main keywords out there on brand new listings, and there's some methodology to this. So we're going to jump in here and check everything out that we're doing on the initial setup. First, I just will talk to you, as I mentioned briefly early on, how reviews and CTR work together. Basically, real traffic generates results that go along with CTR traffic. So what I mean by that is we want real traffic from keywords, primary keywords, branded keywords, localized keywords. We're getting real traffic from those keywords. It's definitely much easier to implement the CTR traffic and kind of upgrade, our searches per month per keyword. And what I mean by that, let's say you have 10, let's just give a, roofing repair keyword. You have 10 searches per month on that keyword. That's low volume. If you have, 15 plus searches, then we start using CTR. And I'll explain to you exactly what I mean by what words we would and would not use on a setup here initially. I've got it broken down in weeks 1 through 4, weeks 4 through 8. Okay, and keyword types for CTR: money primary, branded, localized, long tail, and I added competitor. Inside Agency Assassin, this is a new feature where you can select the amount of daily traffic per keyword category. They have it broken down into money primary, branded, localized, long tail, and this is an uncategorized one, which you can add your own personal categories here, which we are going to add the competitor category. So I chose a listing here, and if you're not familiar with Agency Assassin, that's fine. I'll gladly walk you through a demo, but if you are in it, you probably have messed with some of this already. So I'm going to just explain to you how we set this up and what we use, okay? So this is a campaign that has not been touched as far as how we separate our keywords. So I wanted to use this one live action for you and show you exactly what I'm doing here and how much we're going to pretend this is a brand new listing because we haven't broken it down, and how much I would really focus on branded, etc. initially, weeks 1 through 4, as we sell it here. We're going to do a lot of branded, excuse me. So I'll put this all together so it's easy to understand and read. So what we got here is sheds for sale, and these are actual rankings that these keywords are showing up under. Okay, so right now, if you look in here, we actually don't have any branded keywords besides this. So we're going to go through and we're going to use this keyword. We're going to move to branded. And let's see, this is also a branded keyword. A branded keyword, if you're not understanding, would be your website URL. In this case, the name of the business is Outdoor Options, outdooroptions.com. So we'd use Outdoor Options, outdooroptions.com in a variety of ways. Okay. All right. So I did those. And now actually I'm going to go ahead and add one more. Let me see. Outdoor Options. Let me see, which ones did we have again? Sorry. Outdoor Options and Outdoor Options like that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add. Yeah, we don't have Pacific. See, we have it with the HTTPS, but we don't have it specifically like this. So we will actually add it like this. Okay, and just hit enter. And I'm going to move that one to a branded as well. Okay, so these three are our branded keywords, all right? And now money primary. Sheds for sale. We'll keep money primary. Near me, money primary. Sheds, money primary. Sheds near me. Georgia sheds. We're going to put that as a localized. Outdoor Options in Eaton. This could also be a branded or a localized keyword. I'm going to use it as a branded. And this would be a money. This one, we're going to put long tail. And this one, we're going to put long tail. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do all the near me's as long tails because technically they really are. And this is definitely localized. And we're going to add a 10-ton barns. 10-ton metal sheds. 10-ton metal barns. Okay. Let's go on and do a 10-ton wooden barns and a 10-ton wooden sheds. And we could get real technical: gazebos, carport RV covers. We could do all that in here. I'm going to go ahead and do storage buildings. All right. All right. And I did all those so we could have some localized stuff. All right. So we'll highlight each one. Then you can highlight more than one at a time, obviously. All right. So we're going to put all these as localized. Okay. So now we go back up here. What I like here is that Agency Assassin's done a good job to show you the number of money keywords is 6, branded 4, localized 8, long tail 5, uncategorized. We're going to add a category, as I mentioned. We're going to go just to show you what we're doing here. We have competitor as our category we're going to add. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to add that as a category. And just to be fun with it, you see we have some listings here. Let's do, we don't want outdoor option storage, by the way. Let's do metal sheds, Eatonton, Georgia. And I'm only doing this just to give you an example of competitors. We would have already done our competitor research on these guys and done several others. See, we do pretty much dominate that one, it looks like. I'm not sure. Let's do wood. We're doing pretty good, it looks like. I mean, I can pick any of these, but I do have these competitors actually for these guys, so we can go off of that if we want to. I see what's happening. We're bringing up some self-storage units because outdoor options actually has storage too. So not really what we want. Let's just do custom design sheds. That's actually something I want to add. So I'm going to do that now. Custom design sheds. I'll just add as a money keyword. Okay. All right. Southeastern buildings. It looks like Southeastern buildings is all right. And we have this one. Durastore. Okay. I know this is an ongoing competitor. So let's just use Durastore. And you see they're a shed builder. Just to be extra special, nice here, we're going to put shed builder in there too. All right. Now, these are just kind of blinded keywords. What I mean by that is I put these in new without knowing really what they're doing. And we're going to go through the Google business listing and look at the business insights as well. All right. So I did not, or did I, add the competitor keyword? Let's just do a refresh here. Our competitor category. No, okay. My bad. All right. Add the competitor. Oh, yeah, I did. There it is twice. Okay. I'm not sure if they've got it where we can delete these. Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure if we got where we can delete these categories or not. If this is something I can delete here as far as these extra categories. I wish I wouldn't have done that twice. Anyway, I don't think it really matters. We're not going to put keywords in every one of them. So let's just add a competitor keyword. Durastruct. All right, so we have that in there. Okay, guys, so here's what we have. We have 8 money primary, 4 branded, 8 localized, 5 long tail, and 1 competitor. So we're going to go down here. And again, we are pretending this is a brand new listing, which it is still a little version S to CTR. So we're going to go into Agency Assassin and we're going to look at all our keywords. And right now you see 22 actions. We're all going to the money because that's where they were all listed. Okay. So enable this and we're going to make most of these branded. We have 22 actions per day to split up here. Okay. So we want a lot of these to go to branded because this is a brand new listing. So on a brand new listing, I'm going to put about, and I have these broken down percentage wise too, which percentage we use, but right around roughly 80%, 75% of the branded would be our initial keywords. So we're going to put them at, we've got 22 actions. I'm going to throw this listing's been alive a little bit longer. I want to do it accurately. So let's just do 12, 13 of them, okay? Money primary keywords would generally be my second or third option here. I'm going to put it at 4. My localized, I'm going to put at 3. My long tail is at 2. And my competitor, let's put our long tail at 3. Competitor at 2 and localized at 4. Okay, so, oh shoot, no, that's too much. Okay, so I see what we're doing here. We want at least, we'll put our long tails at 2, competitor at 1 in there. Okay, so we want a little bit more here. All right. So I've got 5 actions to my money primary, 12 to my branded, 2 to my localized, and 2 actions to my long tail and 1 to my competitor. These 2 should be generally a little bit lower on new listings. Localized, you can add a little bit more here if you want. We could take 1 more out of here and put it right here. Okay, so that's a nice look here. That's our traffic set daily, mostly to our branded, some to our money primary, some to our localized, a little bit here, and we added the competitor, which I think we should always trinkle a little bit searches in there to the competitor. Fun part of this all is this, okay? We're going to go back. I thought I already had it up. Or just go back here. Let's see. Okay, to our GMB, and we're going to look at performance, and we will look at our search terms, okay? Here's what you're going to look at that should be broken down into the search of your CTR. I always use anything that shows, basically I try to drop out like 10 keywords from here, and anything that's always above 15 or above. Now we have a lot of these already in here. Name of the kind of sell storage houses, sheds, and it's just a strange search term there. But you're going to want to go through, because these are what is receiving real traffic on your listings. And I believe it's important to go ahead and put some of these in. If you think it's not really relevant and good for you, like this kind of bizarre one here, we're not going to put it in, okay? So we're going to go through here. Sheds near me. I know we have small storage units near me. Sheds, outdoor options, Georgia sheds. These are all keywords I'm running actions to already. And this right here is going to be exactly, excuse me, I don't know why I pushed down, exactly the terms you see showing up here too. See 15 by 24 storage building? You're going to see we have right here. So we have all this pretty much undercover. This is not, oh, excuse me, this is their storage listing. Okay. So not to be confused, they have a storage listing and they also have a shed listing. So this one is for storage. They offer storage in this area too, and they also sell storage buildings. So I think we're confusing a Google a little bit there. So under this particular listing, we would take out the storage stuff and add it into Agency Assassin. Okay. All right. So that gives you an idea. I'm going to go back here and we're going to pull up the proper listing, which is this one, to give us the shed stuff. Okay. And you can see their interactions is crazy, much greater. And here's our AI tools everywhere. And we're going to go back down and we'll see what we have here. This will give us a better options. All right. Yeah. Georgia portable garages. We want that in there if we don't have that in there now. So we will actually add that as a primary. It should show up as primary. So we'll add that. Backyard shed near me. We're going to add as a long tail. And you can move them after you add them. And let's see. We'll have all that stuff in there. Georgia sheds we have in. These size ones we don't. So we'll add this other size here again. And this would be either a money or long-tailed. You can choose what you want. I'm going to leave that as a money. And Amish sheds near me. Interesting one. So I'll add that in anyway. And I'm going to add it as a long tail. And you could technically put that as a competitor. Custom playhouses built near me. A lot of good stuff in here, guys. So I think you kind of got this down. And we'll put that custom playhouses near me as a long tail as well. You do want to look at the amount of keywords you have in each one, because as right now I only have 4 branded. That means I'm giving a lot into those branded, which I want to do that, especially initially. Like I said, 75-80% branded search on a brand new listing. Very important. You don't want to bury these with keywords when they don't have any real search volume yet. This is all of our real search volume, okay? And I'll do one more here. And we're going to go ahead and add this as a localized. Or move it. Put it under. Okay. All right. So I have a good variety. 9 localized, 4 branded, 9 primary, 9 long tail. That's about the max that I like putting into the system, around 30 keywords. The only thing I'm going to do here different is I'm going to add a little bit more here to the localized. I'll take a little bit more away from branding. Okay, so that's in our search radius. You can play with this depending on what you want to do for your search going. I like to use it as dynamic, which will take different areas and different, it won't all be from 3.5 miles. All right, and this listing does have driving directions, so we go down here under our driving directions. We always do all, and I like to do 30 landmarks personally, and I always do it at 4 miles, or 3.5 even works, depending on how busy of an area you have. So now we're searching. We're going to bring up all the extra landmarks for our driving directions as well here. And I love the way I've got this set up. This listing currently with I'll show you in a minute, with the search terms we have, was doing very well. And that was before we even broke it down into category. So now that we've got it breaking down into category, and we're adding all these extra special driving direction landmarks, we're going to do quite well with this listing. We already got positive map 3 rankings. We're just trying to rank out further and also add some additional terms here for traffic. So, okay. All right, so that's what we've brought up. Not as big as I would like, but I'm going to keep it as that so we can move on in this lesson. Okay, so one thing, Agency Assassin, I have here issue at times. It's just making sure we have everything saved, which this should all be fine now. All right, so let's go back to this listing. And you can see I wasn't BSing you. 1.2 is our average placement. We have 16 of our 32. Well, excuse me. This is not going to be, we just added all these. So we had a lot more in there. Basically, all of our keywords were in the top 3. We added a bunch more just now. So our average placement is still 1.2, and that's going to read from before. Now, these new ones we just added are not NIF reading. So they're going to read, but you can see Georgia Sheds ranks 1, moved up 22 spots. The only ones we weren't ranking for here was the dog kennel, and we'll look into that a little more. All these others are new ones we just added. 2.1, you can see 1, 1. These are all the rankings we had. 4.7, 1, 1.9. Anything with a catty smile, or excuse me, sad face, we just added. Okay, these are all ones we just added, I believe. Yeah, these are all new. And it won't read yet. Give it a couple hours or so for it to start reading the new keywords as far as your ranking go. You can see we pretty much kicked butt on everything we already had in here. All green, guys. I mean, this listing is great. 1 through 3, 12. And these are all brand new ones that we just added. Okay. All right. So finance a shed near me. I like that keyword because they do offer financing. Going to go in and add that real quick for them. And I'm going to put that as a primary. That's kind of a long tail, isn't it? We'll leave it as a primary because we've got a little bit more searches going to those. Okay. All right. So that looks good. That listing's all set up, ready to go. And our money primary, our branded, our localized, our long tail, and our competitor, week 1 through 4. I'm going to break down the percentage that you want to put for each or close. Again, keep in mind the number that you add keyword wise to each one of these. Weeks 4 through 8, and how you can kind of move away from the branded week 4 through 8. And what you'll do, let's go back to that same listing. Weeks 4 through 8, and let's say we've been running here for a couple months now. We've got a lot of branded searches. You can start to pull some of the weight out of the branded and put more towards your money and your localized, okay? So if it's week 4 through 8, we'll put it down to say 6, and these up to, let's do, you still want to keep branded on the high side. Your money primary and your localized can definitely be up some. Since this listing kind of been going a little while, I'm going to leave it about like that, okay? All right, and it's doing well. Overall, I think we have more money in here than anything. So the amount of keywords you have, you want to look at that, like I said, too. And we'll bring that to 7 and 7. Okay, guys, so I think that gives you a good understanding. This will be accessed on the lesson itself on percentages of what you want to put 1 through 4 and 4 through 8. And it's just going to be an average base. One thing I just want to reiterate one more time again is keep in mind the number of keywords that you have in here. So if you have 20 primaries, 5 branded, and you're running all, 22 or of your actions, 18 of them to branded, you're going to have a diluted money keyword because you have so many in there. Just kind of factor that into. You'll have to do your own mathematical stuff on that. But I am just putting it where I like to put. This is really beautiful layout, 10 primary keywords, 4 branded, 9 localized, 9 long tail, 1 competitor. I think that's a nice mix right here. And you could put 2 or 3 competitors, but I think this is a nice mix, and I'm basing it off of these sort of numbers for each as far as what percentage I would put in week 1 through 8 and weeks 4 through 8. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on from that. Correct topics and keywords to apply. We've kind of went over that. One more suggestive keyword tool I will use, and you can use just Google Suggest or this keyword tool like this. Local sheds, Eatonton, Georgia. Actually, we don't want to do local. Let's just do metal. And I'm not sure what all we're going to get out of this, but this will give us what Google Suggest are. This is good for your website content too, not just your GMB stuff. So, okay. You can do a free trial with them, or you can pay for this tool, or just use Google Suggest. We're just showing you this because these are what Google Suggest would be. All right. And you can see we pretty much have lined up most of this stuff already into our CTR software, Sheds, Eaton. We have all these. Okay. So those were done previously through Google Suggest. So you want to look at that as far as some additional search terms. And we can show you how you can just use that the same way without using Keywords tool. Like this. Okay, so you have these as search options, and there's your Google Suggest stuff, okay? So always look at that for some additional keywords if you're looking to generate some extra traffic in here. I will put one. We do have a different city going. Oh, crap. Yeah, we don't want that, guys. We do have a different city going in here, so la 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 la. Yeah, Eatonton and Sheds. We'll leave that be. Okay, so we got all those in there, and this is just an extra helpful search tool to use for keywords. If you want to do some free action, use Google Suggest or Keywords tool. Breaking down subprinters, all right, I mentioned that, and we gave you some real results in real time. Setup for Agency Assassin, there's not a lot to it, really. You're going to kind of go through here, add your CID. We will give you the extension to get your CID link if you don't have that already. It's Get Links, Google extension. And we just kind of broke these down in here. The only other thing inside Agency Assassin I like to show is I keep my directions up fairly high for my CTR actions. And I keep my click to call down a little bit lower. Besides that, these are all going to be pretty much default settings. And then I showed you how to do this for the maps on driving directions and what they add there. Okay. All right, looks like we've got our competitor one down here for some reason. So we're going to need to pull out one more branded here. Oh, gosh, this thing's a little touchy. Don't mind it. It's not letting me put my actions into here. Got a little bit of a freeze here going on. No big deal. All right, guys, so I think that did wrap up this lesson. I showed you everything here to show you. I'm going to give you this percentage sheet of weeks 1 through 4 and 4 through 8. Agency Assassin's very valuable tool. Feel free to schedule your demo call with me on that, or a coaching call to discuss exactly Agency Assassin and what it can do for your local business. I'm going to try to provide an extra special discount code for Agency Assassin if you're not signed up currently. But currently I do have a 15% off code for all members. I'm going to see if I can do any better on that, okay? It will be listed on the local SEO complete methodology lesson page. All right, guys, I look forward to helping you on your journey, and thank you again for spending all this time with me on my very first course. I've trying to provide as much resource links as possible and add some stuff in here lesson wise to make it follow, because I do realize I've done this live in action with you, and as far as going through the course, I went right at it as far as setup goes, etc. And I'm just going to keep adding more documentation so you guys can have some stuff easy to follow. But I want to reiterate, anything you need clarity on, you're welcome to message me. Do please give me 24 to 48 hours. These initial stages, I'm extremely busy, and I'm trying to handle a lot of my own development as my development team is slammed at the moment. So feel free to reach out. Questions, concerns, anything regards to your local listings. I'm here to help you on your journey and also be your coach, not just one that has a course up here for you to follow along with. I want to coach you along and get you successful. We are extremely successful with local SEO. I always look for extras that we can pick up in this area, but I think we have it dialed in really good. There's always a few other things that aren't in this lessons that, if you're curious about, shoot me a message. I probably have good resource or good opinion on it for you, okay? Thank you again, guys. Bless you. All your heart. I appreciate you so much. Sincerely. Please spread the word. I'm here to help you. Again, thank you. Bless you all. Talk soon.